What's up, family? It has been a very eventful week and entering into the weekend, considering that yesterday was the 4th of July. So definitely happy 4th of July to all of you out there. Hopefully you are having a great 4th, or did have a great 4th, as well as hopefully it is spilling over into the weekend. But we also had to deal with that crazy hurricane that ended up starting in the month of July. Can you believe it? This is kind of early to have hurricanes, but anyways, guys, Hurricane Burl ended up churning its way directly through Jamaica and is now headed towards Mexico and the United States. As you can see right here, that the hurricane is churning towards Mexico with very strong winds as well as heavy rain. This is after it ended up terrorizing and causing major devastation to Jamaica Island, which I believe that they have so far had about 10 casualties. But anyways, now that the storm is should be hitting directly towards Mexico and probably will be heading into the lower portion of Texas. But anyways, guys, hopefully if you are in the direction of this hurricane, hopefully that you are careful and you take care, but definitely are entering into the hurricane season. And guys, things are not looking good as we are having this hurricane very early in the hurricane season. But anyways, guys, hopefully Florida can pretty much spare from having any type of hurricanes headed its direction. But anyways, guys, moving on, like I said, the 4th of July pretty much brought some very heat alerts around the United States. In fact, 21 states were under a heat alert or a heat warning as the temperatures continue to soar through the July 4th weekend. As you can see in this particular graph right here, you can see that the northern area pretty much was experiencing some very heat indexes. So, and this is going to continue on, guys. We are just hitting it over into the first month of the summertime, in which these heat indexes are probably not going to stop anytime soon. So I know where I live in Texas, we are pretty much teetering at around 98 to 100 degrees throughout the July and the August months. But you know who is having it a little bit worse than the state of Texas? Yes, we are talking about the state of California, specifically California's Death Valley, in which they are saying that they soon could be breaking a world heat record, hitting at around 130 degrees. Guys, I don't necessarily know if anybody lives there, but if you do, I can't even imagine you walking outside and checking your mail in 130 degree weather. Even if you have a pool outside, you probably don't even want to get into that pool, because I would only assume that that pool water is rather hot. But anyways, guys, yes, it says right here that the forecasters, if they are correct, the summer's heat wave continues on of Eastern California's Death Valley may soon break a world record. The temperature in Death Valley National Park could skyrocket to 130 degrees next week. If it does, it will set the record for the hottest temperature ever reliably measured on Earth. Guys, did you hear me? Measured on Earth. Things are just going crazy in regards to the United States heating up. But anyways, again, like I said, you need to protect yourselves depending on where you live, because you never know exactly how hot it is going to get. I know I keep hearing stories of individuals living in various states where they have the heat indexes pretty much very high, hitting over 100 degrees. Individuals not having AC in their homes. I can't even imagine, guys, but that is definitely dangerous to do that, because a lot of times this pretty much ends up in death. So anyways, guys, if you or someone you know that is living in those conditions, lend a hand out to them. Invite them over to your homes during these particular temperature weathers, because no one deserves to live in a house where it is 100+ degrees outside and they have no air conditioning in their homes whatsoever. So anyways, guys, take care of yourselves out there, as well as take care of your neighbors. That is very important, guys. But anyways, guys, moving on, let's go ahead and talk about to the President of the United States. We are talking about President Biden, in which we talked about it last week, where that particular debate against the former President Donald Trump didn't necessarily go so well. Well, anyway, since then, a lot of Democrats, a lot of individuals, a lot of American people have been calling on President Biden to step down, step aside, let someone else do the job because you failed. You did a horrible job at this particular debate, and they don't feel like you can continue to do a decent job if you were elected the next president of the United States. Well, the pressure is building up, and guys, you already know what happens when there is too much pressure. It pretty much won't end very well, and that is exactly what is going on right now. And the pressure doesn't stop just on Capitol Hill. We are talking about other individuals. We're talking about lawmakers, Democrats, the American people. Those individuals that voted for him during the first election are not necessarily convinced that they need to vote for him during this particular election as well. So anyways, guys, in fact, I have a full list right here of Democrats that are calling on President Joe Biden to step down. Take a look at this right here, guys, where this particular list is showing us that how much people don't have the faith in the current president. They believe that he is not going to have enough to fight and go against the former president, Donald Trump. And yes, guys, this list goes on. And like I said, people that you know, like Tim Ryan, Andrew Yang, Joanna Maska, guys, the list goes on and on. Representative Lloyd Doggett, Julian Castro. Yes, guys, the Democrats are questioning whether President Biden should continue to run for the 2024 presidential election. What do you guys think? Do you guys believe that he should step down? Are you a Democrat? Are you a Republican? Because if you are a Republican, I already know your answer. But if you are a Democrat and you was planning on voting for President Joe Biden, do you still feel that same way right now? Or are you one of the ones that are suggesting that he go ahead and step down? And then also take it a step further, guys. If he does step down, do you believe or do you think that the current Vice President, Kamala Harris, should she be the next president? Do you think that it should be handed over directly to her? I don't necessarily agree with that fashion, but you never know how the Democrats might go ahead and proceed if Joe Biden does step down. But I don't necessarily know if President Joe Biden can actually do a handoff like you're doing a race in the track meet or not. I don't know if he can do a handoff directly to Kamala Harris. I don't necessarily know the laws or not, but I don't think that that is a good idea. I do believe that there should be another candidate to step in its place of Joe Biden in regards to running for the president. I don't necessarily get into the deepness of the politics, but anyways, I just know that he is getting a lot of pressure right now, and I always know how that could actually turn out in the end. Exactly, once you get enough pressure, as well as we have individuals that are saying that they will no longer provide money towards the Biden campaign, in which that is a lot of pressure right there. Without any money, you can't necessarily continue on with these debates, as well as these different speaking engagements, and also going against the former president, which has a lot of people behind him. We are talking about Donald Trump, guys. We already know how popular he is in the United States as well as other countries. But anyways, guys, there is some huge concerns right here for the Democrats, and they are trying to figure out exactly what they need to do. And they are also trying to figure out whether or not Biden is going to step down or not. And I tell you, Biden has gotten word that the Democrats are pressing him and asking him to go ahead and step down. And take a look at exactly what President Biden had to say to them. It says right here that Biden has said that, look, he's not going anywhere, as people continue to call for him to step aside as they continue to grow. Biden says he ain't going nowhere. He is going to stay right here. And in fact, he went a step further. Check this out, guys, because this was rather shocking. President Biden said that, look, he might necessarily go ahead and cut off all meetings and engagement after 8 p.m. because he said that, look, he is just too tired. He needs to get more sleep. Take a look at this article right here, guys, where it says that Biden says he needs more sleep and won't do any events after 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yes, guys, the president told a group of Democratic governors over the weekend that he met at 6:30 p.m. that he was ending his evening events to conserve his energy. And as you can see right here, this particular image right here, guys, it plays directly into the hands of the former president, Donald Trump, because you guys remember the name that Trump called Biden, Sleepy Joe. Well, in fact, now that President Biden has stated that he is getting tired, he is sleepy, and he needs to get more rest, and that he is now going to be cutting off all events after 8 p.m., well, what do you think Donald Trump is going to come out this week and say in regards to this particular new information, this new news? Well, he is going to really push the idea that he is Sleepy Joe. But anyways, guys, I thought that was very interesting, especially that image right there. President Biden. He's sleepy, guys. And also during that debate that happened a week or two ago, when individuals thought that he was losing his train of thought, Biden actually came out and said that he don't know what happened. He actually got sleepy up there. And it was all because of the travel that he has been doing to various countries, which you all know that the time zones are changing very rapidly. He said that he ended up getting sleepy during that debate. I don't necessarily believe that, but that was his statement. I believe, like all the other American people believe, that he just lost his train of thought. We don't necessarily know what was going through his head at the particular time, but we do know what we saw, and it was not good. So anyways, guys, I'd love to get your thoughts on this. Do you think that Joe Biden should step down, step aside, and let someone else that is more capable of beating Donald Trump? Now, again, like I said, depending on what you are, a Democrat or a Republican, if you are a Democrat, I'm sure you probably agree with that. But if you are a Republican, you are probably saying that you want Joe Biden to stay in the race, because that is the best way for Donald Trump to win the next election. So anyways, guys, let me know what you think about this. Go ahead and comment down below, as well as hit the like button for me. I really appreciate it. And then if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. I would love to have you as a part of this family. But outside of all that, I hope to see you guys on the next video.